Morning. Oh, we'll do a bit of a wheelie. Morning, Groovers. This bracket's bad. Bad. I went to stick it on and it didn't work. And then I went to stick in and it stuck where it is. So you get a bit of my dashboard, unfortunately. But I'm driving to work. Thought I'd have a bit of a chat. I won't be able to read chat a lot, but I'm more than happy for anyone to, if they do pop in to say hi, to chat in capital letters. I won't think you're, oh no, I forgot my bracelet. You know when you leave home for work and you're missing something, you feel naked. I used to be like that when I wore a watch, but I haven't worn a watch for years. When I was a practicing lawyer, everything we did was recorded in 6-minute units. Like one unit was 6 minutes, and we were just watching our watches all the time. So when I stopped practicing law, I was like, that's it. I'm never wearing suits again, business suits, and I'm never wearing a watch again. But yeah, feel free to chat in capital letters. I won't think you're shouting at me. It'll just be easier to read. Not that I'll be able to look down a lot, but when I can. It's a pretty gloomy day here. It's currently 16 degrees Celsius. Christmas Day forecast for Tassie, well, for where I am, is 19. Hey, Gone Girl. Hello, beautiful. Might just be you and me on the drive. You're coming with me to work, hun? We're going to town. You'll get to see Hobart, but unfortunately it's a grey, rainy sort of day, so I'm not going to be showing Hobart off at its finest, but you'll get a bit of an idea of how far I live away from Hobart, what the drive-in is like each morning, which I love. Love, love, love. Obviously, I've got to keep an eye on the road and stuff, but so good to see you. It's like having you sitting in the passenger seat with me as we tootle along. But yeah, I didn't do a very good job where I put the bracket. Something I'll look into in the new year. Doodle, oh my God, hello. Hope you have a fabulous festive season. How are you? I haven't seen you forever, Doodle. Doodle Brown. I haven't really been live or done much lately anyway. Bit conflicted about the YouTubes, like all of us, I think, or not all of us, most of us. Been sort of umming and ahhing about whether or what I do with my channel in the new year. Someone's going to the gym. I've already been to the gym this morning. How's that for dedication? Serenity B, hello, beautiful. Merry Christmas. Hey, Anne-Marie. I'm good, darling. I'm taking you on a drive. I'm driving to work. It's not the nicest day, unfortunately, weather-wise, but hang on, I'll shut my window. Feel free to type in capitals too, like Gone Girl is, because it'll be easier for me to read chat, and there'll be places where I won't be able to look at my phone at all, so don't think I'm being rude. Keep watching from the bushes, I can see that bit. Oh, your son surprised you? How gorgeous. That's the best Christmas story I've seen on YouTube in months. Oh, no, I didn't get the job, no. But unfortunately, no, it's a double-edged sword, that one. So I didn't get it, but I think it's actually a good thing timing-wise, because I would have, oh, it's cold and wet for you too, Anne-Marie. Yeah, it's only 16 degrees Celsius here. And as you can probably see, it's not bucketing down, but there's a little bit of rain. Grey. Hopefully you'll find the drive pretty. Yeah, that's awesome. In fact, if everyone wants to share some awesome news, let's be the little positivity beacon of YouTube, which is what I wanted to chat about. Was I think with my channel next year, I don't care if when I get my big channel back, my main channel back, not big, but when I get it back, I don't mind if I only ever get like a handful of people watching me. I just think we should all talk about happy, positive stuff. Because like most YouTube subs and creators, it's a very disillusioning experience now being put on now. It always has been. I kind of feel like I should have been vocal about my feelings about YouTube a long time ago, because a lot of people are now having the same realizations, and I just never wanted to be too vocal because I didn't want to get a target on my back. So I was witnessing what happens when you end up with a target on your back. That is an incredible homecoming surprise, and I'm so happy for you. That's awesome. So I flew home for Christmas. Oh, it wasn't Christmas, it was my dad's birthday one year to surprise him. And that was the year we all discovered my dad didn't like surprises. He lost his shit. He got so worked up about it, he couldn't cope. He couldn't cope because he didn't have any control. Like, he hadn't, been told I was coming home, but everyone else knew that I was. And he flipped out. It's a bummer it's not a prettier day. We've had some beautiful sunny weather, and also the way my camera is, we just drove through like a grape growing area. It's so pretty. But with the job, so no, I didn't get it. But what happened was there was consensus from the 3 panelists who interviewed me. And as a result of that, I'm now pulled with the Department of Justice. I've now got a status that's called appointable. I agree, Doodle, it is like Survivor. Isn't it a shame, though, that we can't go, the tribe has spoken, you're fucked, fuck off. Like I said, 2 groomers, I won't be able to chat some of the time, especially when I'm on the major highway, but feel free to use shouty caps. But yeah, isn't it a bummer that as subs and YouTube spectators we can't bribe? Well, we can, I guess. The tribe has spoken and we all just don't support or watch those channels anymore. Like, it's refreshing to see some people are having a bit of a realization now about it. I kind of feel like, what took you so long? But hey, better late than never. So yeah, so now I'm on the Department of Justice books as appointable, which means that according to my sister, who also works for the Department of Justice, it means that I would have come 3rd or 4th for the 2 roles, the 2 part-time roles. And as a result of that, the next time a position comes up, if I'm available, they can offer me the role and do they can offer me another interview, but like a miniature version of the interview that I've had, because I've ticked all the boxes to work for the Department of Justice. So they don't need to advertise and deal with the volume of people that they had that went for the jobs, which means, that if one of the people that took one of the part-time roles in a couple of months' time, they decide it's not for them, then they'll contact me, which is really really exciting because the other thing is, if I hadn't got one of those 2 roles, I would have started yesterday, and I would have been ghosting other people in that department for 3 days, like yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And then after Christmas, not all of them, but the majority of the permanent staff there are going on their summer break. And there might have been a couple of them still there, but it would have been like a couple of them and a couple of new people, and maybe the new casual as well. And it would have been really full on. Like, this is quite a high pressure job, like in terms of it being fast paced, full on. You could be dealing with, 36 clients a day sort of stuff. Like, it's full on. So I think in a way it's a blessing I didn't get it, because if I had it, I would now be entering an unbelievably full on, anxious, anxiety inducing couple of weeks or months. So so I sort of feel that, it's actually a blessing in disguise, because I'm now marked as suitable for the Department of Justice roles that I went for. It means if I apply for other Department of Justice roles, they will see that and they may fast track. Where's my lip balm? They'll fast track my application, I guess. So it's pretty exciting. I put my lights on, it's getting dark. Rivers, I always enjoy listening to your thoughts, Tori. Thank you, Doodle. Yeah, I'm going to, and I'm going to be more vocal. Like I said, I kind of feel like I should have been, but I had a bit of a baptism of fire when I first came into the YouTube community, and it really put me off saying anything that was going to sort of end up, attracting the wrong people and attracting some bad chi. So I kind of decided that I wasn't going to go that way, only because I saw the level of harassment and the never-ending hounding of people. So I sort of made a choice to be discreet and, hint at a few things, but not actually get too vocal about it. And I also didn't want to have a channel that was me whinging about YouTube all the time either. But as, the last 2 years have travelled for me on the YouTubes, been disheartened so many times by so many different creators, and it was just refreshing to have a bit of a break from it. But it's also refreshing now to hear creators, I will be myself, go and go, that. It is confusing, and it's also, it does fuck with people's mental health. Like, we're sort of witnessing, I think, some people just losing the plot, but there's also other people that seem to be waking up and finally realising just how pointless it is. Like Makeup Mobster this morning, I didn't see her live, but I jumped around a little bit because I kind of went, oh my God, there are people speaking up. Like, I listened to Manta Lynn when I was driving home last night, and everything she was saying, I'm like, yes, girl. Lexi Lou jumped up on a panel, I don't know, maybe last weekend or last week, and just told everybody off. I'm like, you're my hero, and I love you. Hey, Jamie. You're keeping me company while I drive to work. The rain's getting heavier, which is great. I don't have to water my garden. When you're on tank water, when it rains, like if I was at home still, I'd be doing loads of washing. I'd have a really long shower, wash my hair, have a bath. The rule of thumb is when you're on tank is like use lots of water so that it doesn't overflow. I did put a load of washing on before I left, so we're now travelling over one of the two causeways. It's a bummer. I mean, I love the rain, but it's a bummer that it's a grey old day because this is so pretty here. Normally it's like dead calm, everything's reflecting on it. It's like driving across two big mirrors that are just reflecting the sky and the clouds and the sun. It's so pretty normally, but top of the morning to you. So it's 10 to 9. I don't actually start till 10, but I like to get into town and go and grab a coffee and, cruise. I'd rather be early than late. I'm never late. I suffer from compulsive promptness. Do feel free to write in caps while I'm driving too so I can see comments. I can't, there will be, when we get on the freeway, I won't be able to see a lot. But it's a bummer too because we're going to go over the bridge. You'll be able to see Hobart, but the harbour, because it's this sort of a day, you're not going to see the beautiful mountain with the sun shining and the big, beautiful blue harbour. It's great. But I suppose it's a metaphor for the world of YouTube. Well, no, it's not, because there's some sunshine coming through. So what was it that Makeup Lobster said that resonated? Oh, just that YouTube wasn't designed for that, never-ending channels just popping up, just ripping people to shreds. And like she was saying, people that they're never going to meet. And I felt that a long time ago. Like, to be honest, when I first discovered YouTube and people going live, I was like, oh my God, how cool is this? And then I started sort of discovering channels that were just like, fuck you, bitch, no, fuck you, bitch. And I was like, whoa, oh there. Who are these crazy fucking people? Because I maintain that to this day, I do not have people in my life that are like that. I've never had people in my life that are like that. I did start to question if it was an Australian thing, that like we just don't act like that. Because there's quite a few other Australian creators over the last couple of years who've just been like, are these people like this in real life too? Or are they just sort of hamming it up for YouTube? I can't read your comments, Jamie, in lower caps. Sorry. I only get to see 3 comments too. So if you do say something really important and I don't notice it, repost it again. I think you should start a YouTube channel, Gone Girl, for sure. But yeah, it's refreshing. I probably could have put a more positive heading on my live, but because I'm on my podcast channel, which is a true crime comedy podcast channel, I thought, oh, well, I'll use a bit of a play on the word criminal. So I've just gone over the second causeway, which is equally as great. But I love rainy days. I love a rainy day when I've got to be in an office. I feel like, well, I'm not missing out on gorgeous weather. And when I finish at 2, because everyone's sort of starting to finish early because it's Christmas time. I'm heading down to my God Monster's house. Some of you already know, but I have a God Monster who's a cat called Kevin McTurge. And Biscuit, my cat, has bought presents for Kevin, Shirley and Esme McTurge, and also her godmother. And then another friend of ours, Louise, Biscuits, bought a present for Louise's cat, Rosie. I can teach you how to do that, Mary. Gone Girl, it's not hard. We can do a teach Gone Girl how to upload stuff tutorial. But yeah, so I'm glad some creators are finally seeing the light. I do feel like, what took you so long? But I also, I mean, as a lawyer, and maybe just as the sort of person that I am, but I'm very big on believing people do have a right to reply. But at some point, you've just got to go, actually, fuck this. Who cares? Who are they? They're nothing. They're nobody to me. I'm never going to meet them. If they want to be angry. So to the left, we have the airport. Hobart International Airport, which is hilarious. It's called an international airport because planes that go to Antarctica leave from here. And we used to have direct flights to New Zealand, and hopefully they'll be coming back. It's so cool if they do. Oops. I don't know where my lip balm is. It's annoying me. Hey, Ruth. We are on a road trip. Feel free to put big caps if you want in chat so I can read. We are about to hit the. You'll laugh when I say freeway because of highway, because compared to some of the ones in America, you'd be like, wow, 2 lanes. But yeah, I won't be able to read chat much. Difference between a lawyer and a barrister. Well, a lawyer can be a barrister and or a solicitor in Australia. So lawyer is kind of like the word for the occupation, and then there's, so think attorney for you guys. Here we say lawyer. I'm admitted as a barrister and a solicitor, but in some states of Australia, when you study law, you just get admitted as a solicitor. But if you want to go to the bar and practice as a barrister, then you have to like do additional study and a bar exam. But the state that I was admitted in, you were automatically admitted as both. But with the lawyer comment, like, yeah, I believe people are entitled to a right of reply. And if somebody said something incredibly inflammatory or defamatory about me and I wanted to correct them, I probably would. But, you know, I'm also a big believer in choose your battles. And at some point, you're just going to go, why am I even caring about a right of reply? Like, the creator's known to be angry and live yelling all the time, and you know, they've always got to be in their bonnet about somebody. Why am I giving them any of my time? That's, I guess, how I would approach it. But there's so many elements to YouTube, because another element is a lot of us love a good train wreck, right? Haven't been in the bloody spotlight. I've been highly entertained by some train wreckery. Just to be clear, yeah, you don't need to do a bar. I don't even know if you have to do a bar exam anymore. I don't think you do. I don't know what the situation is in Tassie. I mean, I've got a friend who is a barrister now, and I don't know if she had to do any additional study. I think you can just buy into barristers' chambers and away you go. But I'm not sure, because I've always been admitted as both. I've never really thought about it. I mean, at the University of Tassie Law School now, when they do the postgraduate legal prac course, they may get admitted as both too. But back when I studied, I don't think they did. I can't remember. I don't know. But I studied in South Australia, and yeah, I got admitted as both. So for me, I could have either gone into private practice or state service as a solicitor, which is what I did. I went into private practice, or I could have joined a barrister's chambers and any study or an exam or anything. Hobart and Mount Wellington are going to come into sight soon. major highway in Tassie. 2 lanes in 2 directions. Hope it probably isn't freaking you out that I'm driving on the left side of the road because there are cars coming in the other direction. But if it freaked you out before, sorry. But yeah, so I'm kind of glad that some creators are speaking up, seeing the light, and some subs, mainly for creators, the ones that I've seen. Lexi Lou, who I don't think has ever come to my channel, but she was so cool the other day. She said what I wanted to, and I've been conflicted about going live on this channel because this channel really is just for my podcast. But anyway, whatever. My cousin said he saw a bit of me the other day when I was live on the beach, and he's like, I didn't realise you did that. And I said, yeah, look, I normally do on my main channel. So he sort of wanted to know why I was walking on the beach. Well, that had to do with my podcast. And I said, it had all to do with my podcast. So now the city of Hobart's sort of starting to come into view. We're going to go over the Tasman Bridge soon. Sorry that you're mainly just seeing the road. Starting to get really dry here, going into summer. Not as much greenery. That's another thing makeup officer said today. She's like, I only listened to her for about half an hour when I was putting my makeup on, but she was saying that she couldn't cope having a Christmas in a hot climate. And I was like, girl, come to Australia. July wasn't over, it was a replay, but come to Australia and have crayfish. In Tasmania, crayfish or lobster, as some of you guys would call them, we call them the Tasmanian turkey for Christmas. Because when the weather's nice, we often have like seafood Christmases. Hey, Casper, I'm off to work, Groover. I'm off to work. Only for 4 hours, which is very sophisticated, don't you reckon? I'm doing like a placement. I guess it's not a permanent role, but I'm trying to get more experience in different areas of community law. So I'm doing a placement at a company that, or an organisation that does, they represent people in workers' compensation claims. They provide free legal advice up until when a claimant probably should get a lawyer on board. So they've got lawyers working there, but it can save people a lot of money because they will sort of manage a file. I didn't even know they existed or what they did. They can manage a file to the point where you actually need to instruct lawyers. So, yeah, they can save people a lot of money and give them really good advice. Not advice so much, but guidance on what's going to happen with their claim. But usually when the claim's sort of reaching the end, it's good, you know, well, that's when you usually need to get a lawyer. I've gone for drives a lot, Casper. Is this the first time you've joined me? There's quite a lot of drives on my other channel. I just haven't been going live at all. Just for some reason, I was like, okay, I'm going to go live this morning and just say how delightful it is to hear some YouTube creators finally speaking up and just saying, this is bullshit, especially in the, you know, not that, I mean, some of them are having the realisation because it is Christmas, but I mean, I've kind of felt that way, whatever the season. So about to go over the Tasman Bridge. A boat collided with this years ago, a ship, and part of the bridge collapsed in the 70s. And we all woke up to a photo of the bridge missing a huge chunk, and quite a few people died. It was pretty full on. That's true, Casper. I am normally on the beach, but yeah, I've done a lot of drives around Tassie and in South Australia. But today I was like, yeah, you guys can keep me company. So it's taken me 30 minutes to get from home to the city. So contrary to some of my friends here believe, I don't actually live that far out of the city. So we're now on the Tasman Bridge. But yeah, if you want to Google the Tasman Bridge collapse, it was quite a thing. And then not long after that happened, Cyclone Tracy hit Darwin and the Northern Territory, which was a massive natural disaster we had here in the 70s. It's good I'm a little bit early. We can have a bit of a drive around Hobart Town. I'll kind of take you a slightly longer way before I head into the... maybe I was going to go into Centre Point car park, but I might actually go, because it's Christmas and Santa is now at the at Centre Point. It was all a bit feral there yesterday, and I was like, why don't I just park at the Village Cinemas car park? It's 2 levels and nobody's in there. So that's what I might do. But yeah, I mean, I think it was time for some YouTubers to have a bit of a reality check, a bit of a wake up call. Don't you guys? Like, it's just getting a little bit too crazy. A little bit too crazy. I mean, it's kind of concerned me for a long time now, but when the Christmas list started happening, that's Government House. Well, it's the gardens. You can't see much of it just there through there to the right. It's very pretty. They've even got sheepies. It's so cute driving like you're in the city and there's a big property with sheep. What was I going to say? Completely forgotten. Why am I speaking like this? Yeah, so the Christmas list was when I was like, actually, this is now getting to the point that you people are really fucking whack. Because the whole point of those Christmas lists was to help people in need, and it just ended up being channel after channel after channel just going live and screaming about it. It's like, wow, that's your Christmas spirit. And don't get me wrong, I'm talking about channels I like and channels I don't really have an opinion about and channels that I don't even like that much. I was like, wow, guys, is this really happening? Someone's trying to do something, or people are trying to do something nice, and you're all going live and screaming about it. So that was kind of a bit of a moment of, you people have really got your priorities wrong. I'm going to take you down around the docks. The car park that I'm going to is like literally 4 blocks from here, so let's go for a bit of a cruise. There's a lot of beautiful old sandstone buildings here. We've kept a lot of Art Deco architecture too. Some other parts of Australia, Sydney in particular, decided that all the deco buildings were ugly and pulled them all down. And now there's a bit of a building trend to build things in the deco style again. It's like, you fuckwits, you had the best deco buildings and you ripped them all down. To the left we've got Hobart Brewing Co, which I love. It's the coolest little bar. It's like in a red shed, but there's this whole outdoor area with fire pots and food trucks. It's just super cool. Oh no, look at that angry face. Your speed must have been doing 32, honestly. Cute guy with a samoyed. This is one of my favourite. This is my favourite hotel in Hobart. If anyone ever comes here and they need a nice hotel, Mac 1. Amazing. If you get rooms on the other side, you get to look out over the water. Straight ahead, one of the most ostentatious displays of brick ever. That's the Grand Chancellor, but amazing views. Beautiful inside. Just a bit ugly on the outside. Got a few docks coming up, including Constitution Dock, which is where some of the Sydney to Hobart yachts end up. But the Sydney to Hobart yacht race has just been cancelled. The Bouncy Bridge. Yeah, it's been cancelled for the first time ever. Some really cute little seafood restaurants. I'll take you down this way and show you the punts, not the cunts, the punts. Punt. So here we've got all the little fish punts. They're in Constitution Dock. We've got Mako, Sushi on Pier, Fishy Business, Flippers, the Fishman, and what's that one called? I don't know, it's just gelati and ice cream. All right, I'm just doing a bit of a... Quite a few fishing boats have just come in. One thing I love about Tassie, you can come down here to the punts and you can buy a fish that was caught this morning and have it in your gut by lunch or dinner. Delightful. Oh, I did. I forgot to plug Jenica. I did. Hang on. Oh, shit. Oh, no, I've got plenty of time. But, yes, so back this way for a second. I'll show you. I did point out the Grand Chancellor, but my beautiful friend Andrew's salon, and Andrew's brother is El Marco. Andrew's partner is El Marco's brother, and the salon is at the Grand Chancellor. And we're pretty much looking at the Grand Chancellor now, and Zenica is right there, but it doesn't have a sign. But those dark glass doors, you'll see above one door it says Hotel Grand Chancellor, and then there's two more sets of windows, and you can probably see some white hairdressing bottles. That's Andrew's fabulous salon, Zenica. It's beautiful here, Gone Girl. It is. It's Mark's been here. He can vouch. It's Tasmania is very beautiful. Very pretty, especially this area. Like, I mean, I love all the areas, but down here around the docks, it's very nice. I think anywhere where there's boats and water, pretty. So here we are at Mach 1 again. Seriously, guys, if you do come here and you need somewhere to stay in Hobart, stay here. It's incredible. The rooms are unbelievable. Even the basic rooms are beautiful. You'll be sometime next year. You can write in caps too, Groovers, because I can't read the small text very well without me glasses on. So I don't think you're shouting at me. So going over another little bridge. These bridges go up to let the boats go into those docks. And we're just driving past Constitution Dock, which is where the Sydney to Hobart yachts would normally end up. But not all of them, but the Sydney to Hobart yacht race has been cancelled for the first time ever, because Sydney's got a bit of a COVID problem. I'll just swing in here for a sec to show you these groovy ferries. Hopefully you can see them, although they are camouflage, you may not be able to, but they are two ferries that take people out to Mona, which is the Museum of Old and New Art, which is a very funky thing we have here in Tassie, and going out on those ferries is really cool, especially if you go in the posh pit, because you get alcohol and food. Oh, I was waiting for that car to go past and they've just pulled in. All right, so we'll just do a little bit of a swing round Salamanca and then I'm going to head into town. Now, it's probably weird for some of you looking at us here without masks on. Apart from 4 people who were repatriated back to Tassie a few weeks ago who all got COVID, but they're all fine. They're in a quarantine hotel. They're not super sick or anything like that. But we haven't had any cases here apart from those 4 for like months. and we've never been in lockdown. We did have to self-isolate for a while. Everyone's supposed to still practice a little bit of social distancing, but yeah, it might freak people out seeing a place where nobody's wearing masks. We've never had to wear masks here. Yeah, back into lockdown. I know, I'm so sorry to read that on the news or hear it on the news. It's awful news. Look at that University of Tasmania campus to the left. They look out over those docks, and I mean, seriously, what a place to study. My window back up. I love having my window down even when it's freezing cold freezing cold weather. I like fresh air. So this is Salamanca, which is a bit of a retail and food strip. All the beautiful big old sandstone warehouses. Where are my glasses? I can't read glasses. I can't read chat at all. I put my sunnies on before. I don't know why. It's not like the sun's out. I'm blue-eyed. The sun does actually irritate my eyes, even when it's not shining. So there's lots of really cool cafes, restaurants, bars. I haven't been along here since they put in pedestrian crossing lines. Look at you, Hobart, getting all responsible, caring about the pedestrians. I'll go this way because the other way, it's not big out now, but yeah, but see, if I was in the States, Jamie, I can't read your full paragraph, but if I was in the States, I'd be wearing a mask. But see, here we've never had to wear them. It's never been brought in because we've had a cluster of COVID at the start of the year up in the northwest part of the island. Hey, lovable rogue. Hi to anyone that's come in that I haven't said hello to as well. I've been driving and not looking at chat. We're not allowed to touch our phones or technically use our phones, but I don't know about the driving with the phones. People use it, brackets for GPS and stuff. So, the bad eyes. What, bad eyesight or the blue eyes with the sun? Like a house I used to live in, I used to have to wear my sunnies inside because it got so bright. It was a beautiful old retro apartment and the building was divine, but there was a lot of windows, and yeah, sometimes I used to have to put on my glasses indoors. A lot of mainlanders freak out when they come to Hobart because it's all one-way streets. A lot of visitors comment, they're like, "Oh, those one-way streets." So yeah, well, it kind of works. So, although Hobart really wasn't designed for the size that it's getting to now, people need to start using public transport and stuff. I would have actually contemplated catching a bus today if I wasn't going to lunch. Yeah, it's so weird, Mark. Like, I can't even imagine. I mean, I know that we would have adapted if we had to get to that point. But, yeah, so our little cluster in the northwest of Tasmania, they got it under control really quickly. And then we went for months and months and months without any cases at all and never went into lockdown. We had to self-isolate, and people coming home had to quarantine for 2 weeks in a hotel. But, yeah, we didn't go down the mask road, but it must look kind of weird to the people that are living in places where everyone is wearing masks. But yeah, much love to everyone in the UK and the US. You guys really have had an experience that, I mean, we can look on and listen to you guys talking about it and read about it and all the rest of it, but to know what it actually feels like. I mean, I don't even know what it felt like for Mark. His state went into lockdown and we just haven't had that experience here. We've been incredibly fortunate. But Australia's been fortunate anyway. Like the entire country, we haven't even had 1,000 deaths for the whole country. There are states in the US that they get more new cases in a day than we've had deaths. But Australia has the advantage of it not getting here as quickly as other countries. So we got to learn from countries like Italy, Spain, France, and pay attention to what they were doing and what was working and what wasn't. And our governments took a very conservative approach, and it paid off. It paid off. And not that everyone here is overly complacent or thinks it may not get worse here, because it certainly could. But this country definitely had an advantage that we were able to learn from other places. But yeah, I can't even imagine what it feels like to live in places where it's been. I mean, we've got social distancing, like there's a car park that I sometimes park in town where you can only have a family or one person in a lift still. They sort of still have some regulations to keep people in that sort of habit. But, you know, we've hugged each other, like, here. We've been able to hug people still, and within reason. You don't just go randomly hugging strangers, but yeah, we've had a very fortunate experience. Just wondering if I go into I'm driving around Hobart, Tasmania. It is very British looking. I'm just wondering if I do take you. Let's go into the Centre Point car park. Oh, I was going to go and park in there, no, I'll go back to the easy car park and then we can chat for like 10 more minutes before I head off and grab a coffee. I'm doing another blocky. So sorry, you're seeing the same Hobart again, but a lot of people who visit do think, we just went past Victoria Street. That's named after me. It's not really. The actual island of Tassie does have a lot of aspects that are very English. Merry Christmas to everyone, and let's hope that people go into the new year on YouTube using it for good, not evil. Just lay down your swords. The coffee shop I'm going to get my coffee is just there. It's called Straight Up. Oh, I should have pointed out, we went past a red brick building just then on the left. That's where I'm working at the moment. This is kind of a kooky part of Hobart. It's got a lot of backpackers. It's not the city centre, but Hobart's not very big. So where are you going? Cycling in Birkenstocks. I hope you do all have a fabulous Chrissy. I will go live again before Christmas, maybe. On Christmas Eve, I'm doing a heap of cooking. I might go live and we can chat about pedal faster, lady. Might go live Christmas Eve while I'm doing lots of cooking. I haven't parked in here for okay. I'm not parked in here for a long time. That's a bit trendy. The ticket machine is touch panel. So if anyone's wondering, like, parking costs, it's to park in here all day is $20. $20. When I lived in Sydney, it cost me $70 to park in a car park for the day. Oh, where do I go? I haven't been in here forever. This is kind of weird. I'm seeing reserve signs everywhere. I know that there are some homeless people that live on the bottom level of this car park. I met them the other day. I don't actually know where I get out of here on foot. Oh, it's much bigger than I remember it. Wow. Stairs to Victoria Street. Okay. Let's just do that. Yeah, I met these people that are living, oh, these are all reserved. Are you kidding me? God damn it. At least I know how to get out of here. I will cook on a live. I've got a heap of cooking to do. I got a heap of cooking to do. I'm doing a turkey buff. I'm not cooking that till Christmas morning. Reserved. They're all reserved. All right, let's go up. I thought this was like 2 levels. Was I wrong? Yeah, so I'll do a cooking live because I'm doing a turkey buff and I'm doing a rolled porterhouse steak, like huge piece of beef that's rolled, and then you kind of slice it off and do steaks. I wonder if I can go down here. This is so weird. Or are these reserved? No, these aren't reserved. Oh, perfect. Perfecto. Look at that, Groovers. Okay. I can chat with you guys now. Woo. Yeah, so I'll do some cooking. Oh shit, no, I've got to put a heap of things. I've grabbed a different handbag for today. So just bear with me while I load up my bag with everything I need. I hope everyone has a beautiful Christmas and prosperous New Year too. I'm not one of those people either that's going to go live and say, fuck 2020, good riddance, because I think all years bring good and bad things to people, and I've seen so many good things. I think it sounds weird, but as far as COVID goes, I think a lot of good has come out of it. I think that it's made us all a lot more. Just going through a checklist of what I need. I've got my wallet. I've got my lip balm. I'm not looking at chat at the moment, so sorry if anyone's saying anything of importance. I'm not ignoring you. Some perfume would be good. Ruth, hope you have everything in it. Yeah, you organised for your lockdown, Ruth? I'm sure you will be. You're a switched on groover. Yeah, I love that we're far more aware of the fact that we're, a global community, and that a lot of the changes this year have been about people looking at not what they want, but what we need as a global community. I think that's a really massive lesson that we've all learnt. I think the world was spinning out of control and people were getting stressed and anxious. I'm talking to a wall. I think people needed to slow down. Everyone was getting. Don't worry, I will be walking out of here shortly with you. I'll take you with me for a little while. I do think that, yeah, the world needed to slow down a bit. I think people were getting way too stressed out, and it was kind of time for people to. Got to make sure I've got the right glasses, and I forgot I had to do this. Sorry, guys, it's not very exciting. Neither is the wall that you're looking at, but hey, I could have put you in my handbag. It's an interesting wall. Yeah, people are kinder, exactly. We're a lot more conscious of and aware of other people and what's going on around us with them as well. And yeah, the world kind of split into two groups of people. There are the I wants that are still carrying on about what they want and nothing else. And then there's the we needs. There's the people that went, hey, we're a global community. Let's all join up and look out for each other. The environment's had an opportunity to do some healing. A lot of places that have been really, the environment's been really fucked. The whole planet's fucked, really, but it's been lovely to see nature bounce back a bit. Just had a break from. I grabbed a couple of cookies from my kitchen. I made cookies the other day. So yeah, I don't think it's all bad. I think a lot of good's come out of it. Every cloud has a silver lining. So yeah, I thought I grabbed a little baggie to put my cookies in, but I didn't. Damn it. Oh, here we go. I did. You have a lovely day too, Jamie, or a lovely night. Cabin fever took hold of people. Yeah, I think it took hold of a lot of people, but I think it also, a lot of people got a lot of out of it. I think it was really good for people to be at home focusing on what really matters. I think it was really good for people to be at home seeing how much shit they had and how little of it gave them any joy, and they've all sort of, culled and minimalized and got rid of a lot of shit that just wasn't bringing them any joy. What do I need? My diary? No, but I do need that. Okay. I think people minimalizing is a really positive thing, and getting rid of so many possessions that really didn't bring them any happiness. A lot of people looking out for each other, a lot of people volunteering and doing more for their communities. I mean, I'm one of those people. I've always tried to pitch in and help out, but COVID-19 and this year I've done so much more volunteering, and I found that incredibly rewarding. Companies, here we go. Companies that have realised that they don't need to pay exorbitant. Sorry, I'm just going to try and hold you. And sorry, you've got my finger now. I don't have a bracket or anything. I won't keep live for much longer. Sorry, I've got 13 people looking at my finger. Nice. Companies realising that they don't need to level 3. I have to remember that. I'm on level 3. They don't need to rent out. I'll have a car park stairwell. If I find any cool graffiti, I'll show it to you. They don't need to rent out 10 floors of an inner city CBD building with exorbitant rents. They can have a lot of their staff working from home, and so many people that have been working from home have enjoyed spending more time with their families, doing things at home. Okay, that isn't the best. That is not the best car park stairwell I've ever walked through. I have to say, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. So this is Victoria Street. I don't know if I can sneak through back down this way or not. Got your taser handy. It was a bit rough, that one. Hey, look, guys, Department of Justice. I don't think I can sneak through because I know there's a little pathway. You might have to get to it from back in the car park, but there's a little laneway that comes out right next to the building where I'm working. That's all right, we'll go this way. Scary stairwell. It wasn't the best. I probably won't go back that way. I hope I locked my car. So we're in Victoria Street right now. It's very quiet because a lot of people have already started their Christmas breaks. Like a lot of... Oh, what have I done? Where have you guys gone? Oh, no, you're still there. Stay safe. I will. Hey, it's Hobart. Like, you can't really get much safer than Hobart. But yeah, I think I'll give that stairwell a miss when I go back. I'm finishing at 2. I've got to go around and prepay my ticket anyway, I think. Does anyone want bento for lunch? I like this little strip, really cute little restaurants. Lou's Barbecues, that's a little Korean joint. Got bento. There's Sapa Rose, which is Vietnamese. There's a little India. There used to be a little Bali, but I think they've closed. But yeah, no, a little sushi place, and then around the corner there's another sushi joint. Straight ahead is technically the centre of Hobart. Have a beautiful Christmas. Lovely road. I'll definitely go live on Christmas Eve when I'm cooking and prepping stuff. You guys can all keep me company because, yeah, I've got quite a bit to do. I'm picking up a lot of the things tomorrow, like the meats, and I've had some profiteroles made. I'm making a profiterole trifle, guys. Most people, when they hear trifle, think of, I think of fruit and jelly, or as the Americans would say, Jello. But this trifle is custard-filled profiteroles dipped in chocolate. This bridge was erected in 1844, and then it was re-erected. 2 big erections. Erected in 1844 and then re-erected in 1968. I was 1. I wonder what happened to it. You can't really see it, but there's all these underground waterways in Hobart. Yeah, so they're profiteroles filled with custard, and then half got chocolate on them, and then they're layered with some sort of cream thing, and then the sauce is... I'm just going to stand here for a second because the coffee shop I'm going to is just literally next to me. There's not a lot of pretty architecture in this part of Hobart to show you, so that's another bit of Hobart's main drag down there. Yeah, and then it's got a sauce that's whiskey and maple syrup, but I'm actually doing spiced rum and maple syrup. A long time between erections, it is. I've never noticed that before. There's the Shamrock. I might get some lunch from the Shamrock today. It's good. They do delivery, pickups. Might get a chicken Caesar or something for lunch. Anyway, Grievers, I might end this because straight up is straight ahead. Oh, and I can probably chat for another 5 minutes, actually. like I said, there's not many interesting places to point my phone. Oh my God, I just walked past like the hottest dude I've seen in a year. Like my kind of dude, not Brad Pitt hot or Fvckery hot or Chris Hemsworth hot, but just like the look that I like. Oh, God damn it. Should have filmed him. So Tisha said, he gone, boy. So yeah, I've got to do that, and I'm doing a Christmas ice cream that's got chocolate brownies and smashed candy canes stirred through it. They're the desserts, and then my sister's getting all the berries. But have a great day. Get his number. I know. It's gone. Oh, tall, dark, and beard, like a nice beard. My kind of man. So he's long gone. What a shame. He smiled at me though because I got out of the way to let him through. He was like, "That chick's awesome." I'm sure that's what he was thinking. The detailed denture clinics. There you go. Go and get your fangs sorted. I like this little building in the middle though, between the Hobart Workers Club and the denture place. That's a pretty little building. White mezzanine. I wonder what that is. But thanks for hanging out with me, Grievers. I will go live on Christmas Eve, but not until I get home from my pap smear. Sorry if that's too much information, but yep, I'm having a pap smear at 9 a.m. on Christmas Eve. Doing it for the sweet baby Jeebus. On that note, thanks for hanging out with me. I had heaps of you in here. It was cool. And take care of yourselves. And yeah, let's all just start spreading as much happiness and cheer as we possibly can out on YouTube. And it's good to see some creators rethinking their shitty behaviour. I hope it's contagious. I love you guys. You're groovy. And I'm going to go and get my coffee and head into the office. But yeah, love you guys so much. Stay groovy. See you soon.